Good morning and welcome to the Electronic Gamer Scoreboard that I've just created in the last few days for uh, National Pastime Next Generation. It's a great baseball simulation replay game that flows really nice. And best of all, it's free. And I'd like to thank Bill and all of his efforts for what he's done in bringing this game to us. It's Monday after the Super Bowl, and so our focus will be turning to baseball soon. So this is just a different uh, look at how to play NPNG plus. So I already have a scoreboard that's out there that keeps a box score, a basic box score, and shows the cards. But this one is a different approach. So the way this one works, I have cards uploaded for certain teams throughout the years. 1908, there's two. 1927, there's the Yankees. 29, Athletics. The 39 Yankees. The 49 Yankees and Dodgers. So there's certain teams that I have for certain years, and I'll add more as we go. But for demonstration purposes, let's take 71 Pittsburgh and 71 Baltimore, let's say. So it's automatically going to load these lineups, but you can alter them if you don't like the batting order, or if you want to substitute, say, Rennie Stennett. You can look at the card by clicking on him. If you want to substitute him for Dave Cash, you just click right here, and it puts Dave Cash on the bench and puts Rennie Stennett in at second base. Same for pitchers. Say you wanted Jim Palmer to go. You can look at the cards. And then once the card's up, click where you want that person to go, and it'll swap them. So now you'll see Mike Cuellar is in the bullpen, and Jim Palmer's the starting pitcher. So from here, you can also type in names if you want. You have to hit load lineups to actually load the player cards, and then start the game. So this one is a different approach, as I was saying. And the concept of this concept was that you keep score on your tabletop. I try to keep it more of just a utility to show the cards and keep score on your tabletop in any manner that you like. Then I wanted to add a few extra tools, but you can turn them on and off as you like. So you can turn the scoreboard off if you want. You don't want to see it, just turn it off. The on-screen dice, you can toggle them on and off. Eventually added tokens so you can keep track of who's on first, second, third base, and you can return the tokens as well. So this allows you to play the game on screen without having to print the cards per se, because I've done the work of actually cropping each individual card and saving it for display into this system that's provided online. Now, the way this works is you use the arrow keys to go through the cards. So I'm using my left and right arrow key. You use the up and down arrow to go between visitor and home team. And as you go between the visitor and home team, if you want to utilize the scoreboard, it will automatically keep track of the innings for you. So if you get a run in the first inning, you can actually click here and it'll increment the score. And then if you don't say it was the end of the inning, these guys made 3 outs, but they got a run. It's the end of the inning. Instead of hitting the left or right key, you can also click here for the left or right, or hit your keyboard arrows. Same here. You can use the left-right arrows or the keyboard arrows. At the end of an inning, after you have 3 outs, you hit the down arrow to go to the home team. And if you did not have runs registered, it would have put a 0 in automatically. I'll show you how. The other thing the scoreboard does is you roll the dice, you get your result. Say he got out. keep your score on your tabletop if you want. Then I said, well, what if you don't want to even keep score? Well, you can keep tabs of your runners here. Say he got on first base. You can keep track of who's on first base. Say this person got a double. And then you move to the next batter. So this guy's on second base, and this guy's now on third base. So it's just evolved, and I said, well, I'll put these little things here. But if you don't want to use those things, again, you can just turn this off. But the cool thing is, so say this person got an out, and this guy strikes out. And you can see when you hit out, I have it moving to the next batter automatically. So if Boog strikes out, you can see it move to the next batter, which is where you want it to be. There's 3 outs in the inning. I just hit the up arrow to go up, because Pittsburgh's at bat, and you can see it put a 0 in automatically because no runs were entered in, so it automatically assumes no runs were scored. It also cleared your bases and your outs, and you're now ready to go again. So say Bob Robertson got out, Richie Hebner got out, and Vic got out. It's advanced to the next batter. It's ready to go. I hit the down arrow. You can see it puts a 0 in. We're ready to go. 52, 27. It's going to be not a strikeout. It's a ground out. I don't believe. Oh, so the charts are over here. So for 27, empty, you have your first chart, 1 through 21, and then your second chart. 27, you need to have a K4, K5, K8, or 8, 9, and there's none there, so it's an out. So I've included the charts here. There's 2 sets for each one. You got your first set and your second set. And then for bases loaded, there's actually 3 because the charts were so long. And I wanted to make them readable, so I did break them up. And then you got your hit run charts, your bunt charts, and all the rest. So the charts are here. If you need to reference a player card, let's take it a little bit longer here. 53, oop, I accidentally moved this card. They do move. I want to put him back. So the blade, let's say the blade was up and he rolled a 35 to 22. So we go to bases empty, 22. It's a possible catcher error. So the team that's on the field is highlighted. Manny Sanguian, it's a 13, so it's not an error. So it's out at first. So the blade's out. Elrod's up 13. It's a 14. Against lefties is a Z3. So I do believe that is 2 balls. 14, Z3 is 2 balls. So he gets another roll. I clicked on the dice for the other roll. It's an 11. We go in second column. 16. That's a double. We'll put Ellie on second and move to the next batter. And just as a reminder, Elrod's on second. That's if you don't want to keep score maybe on your desktop. You just want to play a quick game. So you can actually keep track of the runners, the outs, and which base these people are on. That's all that is. So we have a 43, a 29 with a runner on second, and that's going to be an out. Let's just see. Oh, there's an error check against the pitcher. 25, we have the secondary roll here. Comes up automatically, and that's a 43, so he makes the play. It is an out. You can see it moves to the next batter. We're ready to move back up to the Pirates at bat. So I just hit the up arrow. I can actually hit the down arrow. It'll still go to the other team. You can see it returns the tokens and clears the scoreboard, and you're ready to go. Got a fresh roll, 36, 33. We have a K2. Let's see. Gene bats right, and that's a K3 against a 33. Let's see what that looks like. I don't have all these charts, remember. It's a strikeout. So you would mark a strikeout if you're keeping score on your desktop, or if you're not, you just want to play on here, you just hit out, next batter, fresh roll, 55, it's a 7, that's a single. Manny goes to first, we go next batter, put Manny on first. Rennie Stennant's up, 36, 33, runner on first. He bats right. That's a K3, 33, W4, nope. So it's just a pop out. So we have an out. Willie Stargell, 40, runner on first. And wild pitch, runner to second. Wild pitch 0, he is not. He's a wild pitch 2. So it is a wild pitch, runner to second. Oh, I think there was a 2-out result. That must not have been. Thought I saw maybe there was a 2-out result for 40. No, seeing things. So it's wild pitch, runner to second. Fresh roll for Willie, 36, 13, and that'll be a strikeout. And I'll go down. Fresh roll for Merv Retman, 42 is a 9, so we need a secondary roll for that, and Merv bats right. So we need a 32 or less to get the out. Secondary roll, it's a 61, so it's a base hit for Merv Retman. Puts him on first base. Next batter, Buford, 62. That's a 14 against a Z3. Let's see what that is. No, it's a walk. Puts him on first base, and Merv goes to second. Like I said, if you don't like using these tokens, you don't have to. First and second, no outs. Paul Blair gets a 33, second column. 23, it's a 6, runners on first and second. So let's see how this works out. It is a double to the gap, left center, 1 scores out of the third. G scores, and the runner on first is AG. That's Buford. 2 outs, both runners would have scored anyway. And if it's a first column, but it's not. So both runners scored because other to third or G scores, and the one on first is a G. So it's a double. 2 runs are in. And let's just return the tokens. And I'll put Paul Blair on second base and go to the next batter. Still no outs in the inning. 24, that's a strike out. Boog Powell, 45 against the lefty. Z3, that's 2 balls, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 balls, so you get a fresh roll. You can mark the balls if you want. Keep track of it. 34, that's a fly out. And that's a double for Brooks. Scoring Paul Blair, as a matter of fact. That's another run. Put Brooksy on second base. Let's get a fresh roll. Oh, never mind. We just need to advance the batter. 42, 14. I believe that will be a walk. And it is. That puts the Blade on first. Big inning for the Orioles. Next batter. 43 is a 29. Can check to see if it's a strikeout for a lefty. He's a K2. I doubt it. First and second. Oop. See, that's the wrong chart. 29. Oh, we have a chance for a pitcher error, but the secondary roll came up 62, so it'll be an out. And that will end the inning. And all we do is hit the up, and we're up to the next batter. So for hits, you have to keep that track manually if you want, and as errors are made, you give them to each team, and you just track it manually. So what else? I think that's about it. So if you don't want to use the scoreboard, you can turn it off. Don't want to use the on-screen dice, you can turn that off. You can use the keys to advance on the keyboard, the keys on the keyboard to advance the batters, and the inning, the up and down between the batter, home and visiting, or you can click on the arrows on screen. You can see it does bring up the one on the end so you can see it. Okay, let's see. If you want to use the scoreboard, you can turn it on. Oh, to make changes in the lineup, you can just come in here. Say you want to pull The blast is getting